And we're live. What's up, everybody? How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? How about them goddamn
Man,
Cowboys? So,
listen.
listen, welcome to Hits and Heels. My name is Coach Terry Bryant. This is Kelz with the Intelz, Kelly Collins, who has all the tea about the Dallas Cowboys. She's got um, the front office of the Dallas Cowboys on speed dial, and so she's on here with me so she can fill us in with what's going on with the Cowboys. We won't be on here long because we got a NFC East meeting that we want to go get on so that we can discuss the NFC East because it's the best conference. I don't care what nobody say, and it's been the best conference for the last how many years, Kels?
I
Come on,
probably would say maybe the last 2 or 3 years because
absolutely at least.
it used to be
Last
called
two.
the NFC least because we was just
Because we was just trash for a minute there. You know what
ghetto.
I'm saying?
We were
Yeah, we was thinking
ghetto.
it up. The whole league, the whole conference was thinking it up at one time. But I
Right.
think we done got it back together. So
Yeah.
listen, we're coming. Hey, we coming off a win.
We're coming off of a win.
Fill us in.
So the one of my keys to the game was the defense need to get their life.
Yes,
They got their life.
they got their life.
They got their life because I was like, oh, so this
Where
is the
y'all been?
Cowboys defense.
Yeah,
Hello, how are you? My
yeah,
name is Kelly.
yeah.
Um, it. I saw so many things that a lot of people probably didn't say. It was a couple of miscommunication points. When Deron Bland was trying to tell Kyer Elam, this is where you're supposed to be. And he looking like, he's going to go zone. And I'm gonna miss. I did misquote something. Kyer Elam, he does play a little bit of man, but he is more like 75% zone, a zone
Okay,
corner. So he's more proficient in zone than he is man to man. But he
okay.
was still getting burnt on zone coverages. So flew during practice, and this was before the whole Trayvon Diggs, I got a concussion at home incident, accident, whatever they want to call it.
So what? So Cardi B hit him over the head with a frying
No,
pan.
that's Stephon Diggs.
Oh, Stephon Diggs. Okay, gotcha.
No,
Okay, well, going back because we got to go
yeah,
to, on
Trayvon
how
Diggs
Stephon
got the
got
other.
this concussion.
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs got the other baby mama that makes being a baby mama a profession, but that's a whole nother story for a whole different day.
Gotcha.
Um, so during practice, they had their walkthrough last Monday. Tuesdays, of course, is their off days. Wednesdays, yeah, last Wednesday they started to work on man coverage, press man coverage. He did listen to the entire secondary room. Um, but why did it take us losing to the Panthers, a game that we should have had? You know, and they were asking before we even played the Jets to do more man press coverage because that's their entire room. So
Right.
anyway, Shotty spent a lot of practice time with that whole DB room on doing press man coverage,
Mm-hmm.
preparing for uh, the Commanders. Now, yes, the Commanders, they had a whole lot of things that was going on with their roster for the game, but still, it's still the Commanders at the end of the day. They have a very good coaching staff. They still got good players, but something had to be done and everything. So they came out there Sunday and they handled their business. Traquez Bridges, undrafted corner that we had, he was out there doing the damn thing. Him and Elijah Clark, both of those all over the place. I was like, yes. And people was like, who's that? I said, we got some good. One thing I can say about Dallas, we do get some very good undrafted free agent gems. So they did good. They played a lot of man coverage. I was more worried about Frankie Louvu. Oh, I'm sorry, Lavelle. Frankie Lavelle. I was more concerned about him, but the offense, I had no concerns with the offense. Yeah, Dak got sacked one time, but they put a lot of pressure on him, especially with Deron Payne. I'm just so happy to win because I was like, I'm a Cowboys fan, born and raised in Washington, D.C. I want to talk my ish and everything, and I want to keep my integrity intact. So I'm like, I need the Cowboys to win. I need the Cowboys to win, especially walking in these DC streets. But one thing I can't say, it was mighty quiet in this wonderful.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Mighty quiet.
Because they got us the last time we played them, right?
We split.
Last season, right?
Because we played them at home in December. I want to say a couple of days after Christmas, and we could have won that game, and then the game got away from us, and they ended up winning.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And
so they thought they was gonna come back, right? So yeah.
And
when did we play them again?
Christmas.
That's right, Christmas Day.
And I'll
1 o'clock. And why is it on Netflix?
Because
if I don't have Netflix, I can't watch the game.
No, I told you what to do when we were talking offline.
I took care of that. Yeah, I took care of that. It came in today, as a matter of fact. Okay.
I told you what to do.
I got it.
So yeah, I was like, dang, that's one thing I was hoping for. I was like, please don't tell me this game is going to be on Christmas. Then, of course, I got a call, and they was like,
on Christmas.
Hate to break it to you. And I was like, dang. Because I kind of get wind of what the schedule is going to look like before before the season starts, So I already knew that, like, we were playing the Eagles back in end of January, beginning of February. So I was like, can I kind of put this tea out there? And they was like, yeah. So on the other podcast I do, we was getting ready for, the draft show and all that other stuff. And I was like, so here's some intel. We're playing Eagles, and we're going to kick off the season on that Thursday. And I was like, nah. I was like, I'm telling you, you know who I got the info from. This was going down. There's like, nah, it's not going to happen. But, we going to keep tracking it. And then what happened was when they started to leak parts of the schedule, they said, we're playing, Cowboys playing the Eagles, and I'm sitting there sipping my tea. I was like, next time when I say something, y'all better listen to me. But yeah, I really hate that this next Washington game, the next Washington game is on actually on Christmas. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about it. Regardless. I'm excited about it regardless. Okay, so what time is it? 7:40. Okay, so
yeah, because it starts at what, 8?
Oh shit! I just took it off. I mean, shoot.
Because I think
Um,
I thought I saw 8.
which game? The
No, no,
Commanders.
no. I know that's at 1, but I'm talking about for the NFC East.
Oh no, yeah, that starts at 8. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that starts at 8. Yeah,
yeah,
and it's on YouTube. The
yeah,
BW the Black Women Love Football channel on YouTube. It'll be on there, and I want to get on that because I'm just curious as to how they gonna run that one.
yeah.
Um.
I'm gonna tune into that. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it
that's
was
why I was like, we can get our analysis done in 30 minutes. Normally we're
yeah,
on here 2 hours
yeah,
because we could talk Cowboys all day. But
right.
but today we're gonna get straight into the point, y'all. So one of the things that I think that I'm excited about is that Dak is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. Probably
Yeah,
like number 2, number 3. Yeah.
yeah, and we got a
And we
top
got
offense.
the number 1 offense.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that our defense can
Can
try to
go up
get
a
to,
couple notch and come off of that
yeah,
last
because
yeah.
something has to balance itself out, with
Absolutely.
it. But I'm so proud that Flus got out of his own way,
Mhm.
as far as being stubborn. Um, he played man press coverage, especially with a team that is heavily man
Absolutely.
press.
Mhm.
And there was no zone. Um, and they did good because, like, with Washington, sometimes they could play a cover 1 or a cover 2, but it would disguise itself like a cover 3.
Mhm.
So they
Where the
did
corners
good.
were drop where the corners end up dropping at the last second.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So they did good with that. But like I said, Traquez Bridges, Elijah Clark, they filled in the gaps good. Deron Bland with that pick 6.
That
Oh,
pick 6 was nasty. Like he read
ooh.
that. I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that one. Like those are the type of picks that I'd be wishing my son would get. Like I know you've seen it.
And
Just you
and,
see it. Just jump the ball. Just
and
jump it.
the whole issues, how the sun is at that
At the
stadium.
stadium, yeah, if you're on certain day, you can't see. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and when that pick was made, when I saw who Mariota was going to, I saw that sun glare and blank
Was
out
it
of
in the
nowhere and said thank you and ran it. So my former job, DC, shout out to DC Department of Parks and Recreation. They sent me a message maybe like 2.5 weeks ago, and it was like, so you want to run it back this year? I was like, hell yeah,
hell
let's run this back.
yeah.
So some of my fan club members, we went there. We always donate something to them.
Mhm.
Like water or popcorn kernels, because they have a whole popcorn machine. I asked, I say I do have a couple of grill masters that's in my fan club. Do they need, do you need their help, manning the
Mhm.
grill and everything? I say I still keep up with my food handler's license and everything. So there is somebody else on, deck that has a food handler's license.
Right.
Um, and the DJ and the MC, he he's on a local radio station, and like I said, I've been rocking with him when I was a kid myself, or listening to him on the radio. And he is a big Cowboys fan. So that made it even more better. So
Absolutely.
and one of my old supervisors who's still with DC DPR, he's a Cowboy fan. So I was telling her, I said, listen, even though I no longer work there, but y'all still my fam, y'all still, my DPR fan. And you know how I talk trash. and everything. I said, we need to win. I said, we need to win. I had everything. I had my whole tailgate chair set up. I had my coolers and all that other stuff. And we're just watching the game on this Jumbotron that they had sitting on a flatbed truck. When I said we had a ball, and then we had the game by the third quarter. So it just turned into a party. We was like, we already won. We already won. We got it, But it was, oh my gosh, it was just something. But yeah, shout out to DC Department of Parks and Rec. I'm gonna send them another message like, so for next year, a three-peat, because I know they're gonna be there at FedEx Field for the Christmas game. I was like, I won't be in town. I'll be in Richmond. I was like, dang, I'm still blown that this game is on Christmas. But I'm thinking, I don't know. We might take that one too, because that's gonna be like another home game. And normally, depending like how they do in the season, if they're able to clinch a playoff berth, they normally will sit like a lot of their starters out. But now we're in second place with this tie. And guess who's in first? Guess who kicked the Eagles off the first seed?
The Giants.
No.
Ooh.
The other team that we tied with. Now they're in first.
The Eagles.
No, Green Bay.
Oh, Green Bay. Oh, I'm looking. You're talking overall. I was looking in the conference.
So if the season, the Eagles still number one. Let's say if the season were to end yesterday, Green Bay has the first seed, so they have the first round bye.
I thought Indiana was first
for the AFC.
Oh, gotcha. For just the conference. You're talking about just the conference. Okay.
Yeah. San Fran is number 2.
And then Philly's number 3.
Is number 3.
And then okay, and so I'm looking at it. And then Tampa Bay just lost. Detroit just lost. Then you got Seattle.
And we're lurking to get in a
we're lurking
to get in a wild card.
Carolina is 4-3.
Yes.
And Chicago is 4-2. Who beat us?
So that's what I say. We have to. Okay,
so we lost to Green Bay, Philly.
We tied with Green Bay.
Well, we tied with Green Bay, but we lost to Philly, Chicago, and Carolina.
But 2 of those, I mean, honestly, when you look at it, we should have won all those games.
We should have won all those games.
We would have had an undefeated record right about now.
We should be the last undefeated team in the league.
Yeah.
Yes.
After it's over with and you go back and you play those games back.
Games over again. Yes.
We should have won those games.
We should have. I know, and I know what that's like. It's kind of like our Kentucky. We played Texas on Saturday, and they know if you look at the stats, we dominated everything in the stats and lost the game.
Right. And also I did like how Flus decided to do the QB spy, and he put the person that needs to be on there, who is Maris Leofau, had him to be the QB spy.
He's a hawk.
I love it. And then when he stood up over, like, I know they posted the picture, but when he stood over that commander, like, yeah, I was like, oh.
Did he get a penalty for taunting on that?
No, you
good.
Could,
thank
but
goodness.
It depends if you do something else. He just stood there.
Stood over him.
He just stood over there, and he was celebrating with his team. So that's how he got, he got out of it. But if he would have did something else, then that would have been considered taunting. But
what game was we watching last night where the dude scored and then he did a slam dunk over the upright on the goal post. And
That
me
was
as
the Seahawks game, I
the
think.
Seahawks game, me and my husband was like, "How in the world is that a
Because now it
unsportsmanlike
is.
penalty?"
Because now it is.
Because now it is. Oh my God, they get
It
so
used to
petty with
not
that.
be like that.
That's the stuff that makes the game fun.
Mm-hmm.
Was seeing who was gonna do something crazy after a touchdown. Okay, they
Because you
not
remember
making it
when
fun.
we had Amari Cooper, and I think it was the Thanksgiving game, and I think we played Washington, and I know they was in the color rush because they weren't yet approved to wear the throwback jerseys yet.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as Coop made, went for the touchdown, he used the goalpost as like a basketball free throw line and threw the ball through the goalpost. So after that, I know after that is some other players and some other things on other teams. So when they had like the league meetings and they was talking about the officiating and the rules and the penalties and stuff, that and like if you're doing anything with the goalpost, like a slam dunk or anything like that, that's now considered an
That's not
unsportsmanlike
considered an unsportsmanlike conduct. That's some
penalty.
foolishness. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness, that's some
I mean
foolishness.
they
Okay,
they NFL been trying to take the fun out of stuff for
they've
so
been
long.
taking the fun out of it. Yeah, I don't know why they. That's on some foolishness. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but back
Well,
to like we were saying with those two games, the Chicago and the Carolina game, I said we have to make up a win, and
yes,
especially since we have that tie, um, we have to find a way to beat Denver. We have to run the ball. I do know Drake. They're going to be without Drake Kinlaw, because he's coming back off of an injury. But whatever happened with because they played New York, right? Yeah, they played New York.
and came back from them.
Yeah,
They was down 19-0 to 19 at the half, and came back and beat them like 32-33 or something like that.
right. So Dre Greenlaw did something in that game that cost him a game suspension. So he will not be serviceable on Sunday when the Cowboys play the Broncos.
Did he get a target in or something? I can't
It was
remember.
it was something.
Something
I
like
don't know.
that. Some.
I know the game's supposed to be coming back on sometime tonight, so I'm gonna
Okay.
watch it and see
Okay.
what happened. But Dre Greenlaw, he won't be there. Uh I'm I'm, I'm waiting to see what moves gonna be made if what the Cowboys gonna do with this whole rumors with Max Crosby. I I've been
Max Crosby asked for a trade
No, the Cowboys have made, from my understanding, the Cowboys have made inquiries about,
about Max
yeah,
Crosby. Hmm.
but
He's a beast.
yeah,
But
but
how you gonna pay him?
and that's the thing because he just got that big contract
He just
extension.
get a huge contract, so you got to pay out his
Yeah,
contract. Yeah,
right,
that's what I'm saying. How you gonna pay him? That ain't in our
right.
salary cap.
And then
That's
the
to pay
thing,
their whole salary cap.
right, and then the thing is, like with Diggs, they talking about like they're gonna trade him for Diggs and somebody else. But the thing is Vegas going to pick up Diggs' massive contract? Even though the way his contract is set up almost like Zeke's was, where it's all
Right.
guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like, are they going to pick that up with the trade, or do we still have to cover the rest of Max Crosby's and keep Diggs' contract, and Diggs is gone to Vegas? So that means we will have a player that's no longer on our roster but still on our
Still
books,
on the
and
payroll like he was.
we still have we still gotta entertain Max Crosby's concert. I mean, not concert, contract, which is going to leave us. That's going to take all of the money that we have for this year and whatever money we have for cap, for cap space next year. And we
That's what I'm
won't
saying.
have.
I mean, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. But then, are we going to tie that much money into one player, like we doing with other players?
Right. And I keep telling people, like, especially when it's time to draft, we have to walk into the draft with at least $15 million in the bank. And not only that, they're going to want those first round picks that we have for Max Crosby. No.
Yeah. No.
To me, it's not worth it. Like, I
have we paid our kicker yet?
No, and see, that's the other thing. Like, we have to pay Aubrey. We have to see what we're going to do with George Pickens, because
George is balling.
Exactly.
I mean, him and CD on the field is, to me, it reminds me when we had CD and
Coop.
Yeah, because who you gonna guard? Right. You can't guard both of them one-on-one. Y'all ain't got enough manpower or skill set. It's hard guarding both of them. Yeah, even that long one that CeeDee Lamb had, and then he broke the tackle and was able to get the touchdown. They was both met each other in the end zone. That was
he traveled with them to make sure that didn't come after him. But I mean, Lattimore is trash anyway. So I mean, I'm just calling it like it is. Okay. I'm just calling it like it is. But yeah, he traveled with him, make sure that that
he got in the end zone.
Didn't touch him. I was like,
that he got in the end zone.
Pay him.
Okay, so 3 minutes, sis. So let me ask this. So I got a nephew and I got a cousin that plays for Denver. So, I always got my peoples on the other team. So, if we lose, I don't want to lose.
We cannot afford to lose any game. Now, I have a feeling that we may beat the Raiders, because the Raiders, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on with the Raiders.
But like I said,
they should have never got rid of their coach either. They killed me. Get rid of their coaches, and then you thought Pete Carroll was going to come in and be the savior.
Oh, let me tell you, AP is laughing. He is laughing, and I'm laughing with you, buddy. But again, I said, even though this, like, the Raiders should be a game we could win after I'm seeing what's going on. Mm-hmm. But like I said, the Cowboys is like the CVS pharmacy. That's where teams, they're having it bad, they come to us and they figure out what their problems is, and then they walk out with a win. So that happened with Chicago, and that happened with Carolina. We cannot have that happen when we go to Vegas. Like, so we have if Flus plays, schemes and game plan the way that he did with Washington for Denver, we could walk out of Mile High Stadium with the win.
Well, we'll see. I hope we get the win.
I hope so too, because Lord have mercy.
Regardless,
we can't afford.
I hope my nephew and my cousin have good games, but I still hope we get a win.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your score prediction?
I don't know now, because I had this
game. Either I have no idea. I didn't look at.
I had both of these. I had the Washington. I had a split in with Washington, but I had Washington and Denver as a loss. So I don't know. So they start practicing and all that other stuff tomorrow. Then I normally get a heads up, like what kind of defense they're going to have. Like, are they going to do man or zone? But when I find out, I'll let you know.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, how about them Cowboys, y'all? We got the W against the Commanders. I know that they were shorthanded. They were missing 3 of their wide receivers, and
that don't mean nothing.
and that don't mean nothing because it's the NFL. Next man up. Next man up. You know what I mean? Everybody is a professional in the NFL. It should have been next man up, and you can no longer you cannot use that as an excuse in the NFL on why you lost.
Yeah,
and even Quinn said that. He said we can't blame it on the injuries.
Because how many times has Dak played with nobody, and then a whole offensive line and receivers played without their quarterback, and nobody gave us the benefit of the doubt?
No grace.
So
no grace.
And that's all I was seeing on Facebook. The only reason why they winning because we're down. Nope.
No. Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Y'all didn't cut us that slack when we didn't have nobody. I ain't gonna cut y'all that slack. You play
at
everybody
all.
Like
Period.
Everybody is there.
Period. All right, sis. Well, shout out to Tiffany Roderick who will be out. I'm hoping that she'll be back with us next week. This is Kelz with the Intelz. You are on a couple of other podcasts. What are those podcasts, sis?
On Built Different Group, we do the Big 3 pre-game and post-game shows. And we have not decided on a name yet for our draft show, but that's not going to happen until the beginning of next year.
Okay, cool. And if you're a woman and you want to learn the game of football, you've got to join First and 10 LLC and that's Tiffany Roderick's group, and she does a great job with educating women on the game of football and different aspects of the game. So make sure. So shout out Tiffany on that one.
And for all the Black women, the melanated people, there is a Facebook group called Sistahs, Sistahs, who loves the Dallas Cowboys.
If you're a Dallas Cowboys female and you want to be on there, and then of course we got the Black Women Love Football. If if you into football, let me know, because we just don't let anybody up in that group. Because when I tell you, sometimes it be some foolishness up in there. Because we don't know how to be a fans. And my girl Natola told me that there's a difference between fans and fanatics, and we'll touch base on that later on. Everybody think that Cowboys fans are fanatics. We're not. We're fans. There's a difference between a fan and a fanatic. But y'all.
And then we also have the section that called the Jersey Wears. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that too. Okay. All right, y'all. So we getting ready to get off this because we got to get on to another another YouTube channel at Black Women Love Football, and we're going to talk about the whole NFC East. And we're switching on over to that. We'll love y'all. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. I have a great guest tomorrow night on Hits and Heels, 9:00. We'll see y'all later. Love you. Bye.
See ya.